What is going on, guys? If you want to learn a little bit about how a RX580 runs KAWPOW testnet, Ravencoin testnet, using the KAWPOW algorithm, just stick around because that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. All right, let me check the chat, see who all's in here. What's up, Sarth, Chancoin, Mad, Mike? What is going on? Thanks for tuning in, guys. I appreciate it. I think that Crypto Wendio is live right now also. So kind of stepping on each other here, but that's okay. I think she's covering something not necessarily crypto related. So once this is done, maybe we'll head over there if I get done before 10 o'clock or whatever. I don't know when she's stopping or anything like that, so we'll check that out. But anyway, tonight we're going to be going over a RX580. I'm using the Gigabyte AORUS RX580s from years ago. A couple of years ago, I think, is whenever they came out. And that's what we're going to be looking at. Before we get started, though, let's go ahead and hit up some real quick news on Ravencoin here. You got some dude... George Kingsley, I guess. He did an article here on Coin Codex, and it's about the top 5 coins to watch in April. Not really a huge big deal or anything because, I mean, basically he's got, Bitcoin, no doubt, Bitcoin Cash, I don't know, BNB, okay, and Digitex Futures, supposed to be really great, but I guess they're coming out with something here soon. And Ravencoin. He just talks about a little bit about what Ravencoin is, but at least it made a list of somebody talking about the project, right? Which is always a good thing. So that is good to see. And then also you got Bitsby Trippin' Carter over at BBT Carter. He's doing, he might be live right now actually. I know that he was doing another stream tonight probably on Twitch with I can't remember the GPU that he was going to use tonight, but he talks about the ROG Strix here. I think that the rest of this tweet, yeah, he's on Twitch. I don't know why it's cut off like that. I guess it's just the way that I linked to it. But anyway, so yeah, he's doing KAWPOW algorithm testing as well, which is always a good thing. The more people testing, and even Serpent X Special Forces, he's doing some KAWPOW testing as well. So all this is going to end up being really good for the community because all this stuff has already been tested. And if you've got BIOS modded RX580s or BIOS modded RX570s, there's a trick that you don't have to unBIOS mod them. Put them back to stock. You don't have to do that in order to run KAWPOW, especially if you're just testing it and you're going to go back to something that you need the BIOS mod for. So we'll talk about that tonight as well. And you got Bitsby Trippin' doing stuff, Serpent X Special Forces doing stuff, always a good sign. And then you also have the community Bradar. He is talking about KAWPOW stands as a neutral algo in mining. It's hard to mine with an FPGA, and it's only, and we talked about this on the stream before, it's only 1.2 times profitable for ASIC. So technically it's really not worth creating an ASIC for KAWPOW because you would basically be creating a GPU, and that's kind of like the goal of ProgPoW in general, and in this case KAWPOW. So it's good to see that. I don't know about the numbers though, this 1.2x profitability. I thought that it was a little bit more than that, like it was a little bit better ASIC capabilities, but it probably remains to be seen actually. So this is obviously just an estimate, right? Or a guess. And then you got Half over here talking about when the hard fork is going to happen. And it looks like it's going to be May 6th, around May 6th. I believe the plan, it looks like here the plan is to have all the programs, the wallets and all that stuff available by mid-April. And then looking to switch May 6th. I haven't heard if it's going to be a time or a block height or how they're going to do it. I think that that's going to come at a later date. but it's looking like the beginning of May is whenever they're going to transition over into KAWPOW algorithm, which is super exciting for us GPU miners, especially the ones that have been supporting the project for so long. And then basically we've been shit on for the last year and a half. So it'll be nice to get back to mining Raven profitable with GPUs. And in this case, what's kind of cool here is that ProgPow and KAWPOW actually will work on both NVIDIA and AMD GPUs, a little bit more efficient on the NVIDIA side, but we're going to cover the RX580 tonight. It's not great, but depending on how that profitability looks after the transition or after the hard fork to ProgPow, you never know what's going to happen. I mean, it could be pretty profitable even at those lower efficiency rates that you would get on an RX580. So something to keep in mind as you are planning your strategy for the hard fork. And this is the hardware that we're going to be using tonight, the AORUS, I don't know if I'm saying that right, Radeon RX580, 8 gig. And it's in this rig here, the Gigabyte rig. It's one of the co-owned shared rigs. And right now, that GPU on the end right there, I've got it disconnected because that sucker was just constantly running hot. And so I actually took it out of the equation because it was running really hot. And what's weird is that's the one that we most recently replaced the thermal paste on. So maybe we didn't do a very good, maybe I didn't do a very good job because it was always above 80. And that's one thing that you're going to run 80 degrees Celsius. And that's one thing that you're going to run into with ProgPow is these settings, you know, your power and your core and your memory. It's tricky to get the power down to where you're actually efficient. And I think an RX580 is supposed to get about 9 mega hash on average. I would assume that that's average. Maybe a little bit better than that, depending on the miner. I'm sure that the miners are going to get more efficient. Right now, it's all brand new, right? So you got to give the mining devs, the mining software devs, time to actually create something that is efficient. And there'll be constant updates, most likely, over time. So we'll see some efficiency gains, I'm sure, in all the different mining programs that are out there. Right now, I know that Gminer is taking a really good stab at KAWPOW and ProgPow on NVIDIA. They don't have anything for AMD just yet that I'm aware of as far as Gminer goes. And then on the AMD side, you got NBMiner version 29 or higher, I believe, supports KAWPOW. So yeah, and then as time goes on, I think we'll see even more efficiency gains. So you know, it might look bad at first because you're talking about 9 to 11 mega hash on an RX580, and that's at like 90 or 100 watts. You know, it's not super efficient, but it is something to consider. And like I was saying earlier, if the profitability is there, it might be worth it. You never know. So we'll get into all that. And let me check the chat, see what's going on over here. What's up, everybody? What's up, Shuby? What's up, Red Panda? GVC, Jay, Jonas, John, Mike, Grey Dog, Sarth. What is going on? I might have said some of y'all's names before. GWN Mining, what's going on? Yeah, there was GWN Mining. There was some oil. There was quite a bit of oil on the pads. Yep. And I probably need, and I think I mentioned that. Actually, I did mention that while we were doing the repasting. I was like, man, I really feel like we should be replacing these pads too. We made the comment about it. I talked about the oil. There was quite a lot. And what was funny was it seemed like there was even more because of how I was storing the GPUs whenever they were offline, right? So the rig was tore apart for a while. You know, nothing's really been profitable for me at my electricity cost at 11 cents per kilowatt hour. So I've been kind of like not mining that much. A lot of the rigs are, you know, taking them apart and, you know, cleaning and stuff like that. And I had the GPUs laying, you know, basically fans up, right? Laying down. And man, it really leaked a lot of thermal pad oil. And I actually showed it in the video in the live stream. So yeah, there was quite a lot, and that is definitely something I should look at replacing as well. Especially on that one. That one is just a problem. it's just been a problem. I think I had to replace fans on it one time, and definitely the thermal paste. And it's this, actually it's not on here now because it's offline, but you can see even the ones that are remaining are running hot too. At least a couple of them are running pretty hot. So again, KAWPOW RX580, it's tricky getting the power down to be efficient. You know, it's just right now. Let me show you the overclock settings that I've got right now. So for this, you can see the memory right there is really low, right? It is extremely low. Well, these GPUs are BIOS modded, and if I ran across this on the Ravencoin Discord, Ravencoin community Discord, and they were saying to pull it down to 1750, and that'll even out so that you don't have to put the stock BIOS mod back on there. So it seems pretty stable. I was worried about stability, but it seems like it's okay. The core is pretty low also compared to normal. The core undervolt for this GPU is, I've got it at 900, and I do have aggressive undervolt on. I've tested it both ways with aggressive undervolt on and off. I didn't notice too much of a difference. And then the power stage, I've been playing around with that a little bit too, going from 2 to 3 to 4. Some of the changes just really don't make much of a difference. You just kind of, as long as you get it stable, it seems like it's just going to run and do whatever it's going to do. And you can see that, let's get back to the rig here, so you can see what it's actually doing in the console here. So yeah, like even, yeah, these GPUs. Now, I got to admit, where they're at, the ambient temperature is incredibly hot in there. It's in a garage right now. The door's not open, so it's just basically in there cooking. Actually, while I'm talking, let me go and open up the garage so that maybe they can cool off just a little bit. Hang on just a second. All right, so I opened the garage. Maybe that'll, the ambient temperature in there, hopefully it'll drop here a little bit. Yeah, they're running pretty warm, 100% fans and all that stuff. Pretty much expected whenever the room itself is probably over 100 right now. So, but if you look down here, you can see that, you know, they're in line with what you would expect. They're getting 9 mega hash, and I've seen this go up and down. It'll go up to like 9.4. It'll go down to 8.6. You know, just randomly over time. Yeah, see right here, it just spiked up to 9.1. So it's probably on its little run up to like 9.4, and then it'll run back down. But I guess that's normal, especially in a testnet environment. There's not, you know, it's a little bit sporadic as far as whether or not, you know, the testnet is even up and running and there's anybody even on it. If you go to the pool, let's see if I go to the pool. I'm gonna go and see what it looks like today, because yesterday it was like all me as far as my rigs were the ones that were doing all the work, but I was getting all the rewards too. See, I'm up to 1.3 million testnet Raven coins. Not worth anything. Okay, there's a few. It looks like Easy Crypto's on here too now. These block rings, those are me. Yeah, and I don't have. Yeah, that's the only rig I have on. That's right. Last night I actually had 3 rigs on the testnet last night. So yeah, this is just that one rig that you're looking at right now. It's the Gigabyte rig. So pretty cool. Let's see. I guess we can go back to the overclock settings. Is there anything that you guys want me to try? Maybe different settings, different overclock settings. Keep in mind, you know, that I did find out that the 1750 is a pretty good number to, you know, have for the memory if the GPU is BIOS modded. So I probably won't mess with that too much. I mean, you know, you could maybe push it up a little bit. I don't know about the. I've gone down to like 875 and 850 on the millivolts on the undervolt, but at about 850 it started getting, it seemed like it was pretty unstable. There was like GPUs dropping off and it was kind of being sporadic. I had to reboot it a couple times, so I put it back up to 900. And all this, you know, it's all testing phase right now, and but I do like seeing some stability, you know, running the rig for a long period of time and getting a pretty consistent hash rate over that period of time. I think that that's good. I'm actually drinking a little bit of fire tea right now, Shuby. So let me know if there's something that you guys want me to try. Anything else y'all want to cover? What's up, Travis Stanberry? What's going on, man? A little bit of a side note, something kind of bad happened today with, I don't know if y'all follow Crypto Crow or not. He's been around quite a while. I saw that he was live and I clicked on his channel and it's terminated. And according to him, he's never even had a strike or anything. So that is not good. And what was funny was he was live earlier today. I was watching him live. I think it was a live stream today, and he might have went twice live tonight, but or today. Yeah, I thought that was really bad. I guess he's trying to figure out what to do and appeal and stuff like that. But in case you don't know, if it says terminated, that is usually irreversible. That's something that they have determined through whatever way, whatever method that they use, algorithms or whatever. I'm sure that someone has to actually look at it, a human being. But usually that's it. You don't get it back after that, which is terrible. You know, I watched him quite a bit. I mean, I don't know. I've related to him on a lot of things, a lot of his thoughts on things. So, yeah, it was just, I don't know, kind of a surprise here, and it's not. It kind of makes not my channel, but like if it could happen to him, it could happen to anybody. You know, I'm not really that worried about my channel, but there are some larger crypto-related YouTubers out there that I would hate to see something like that happen to them. So hopefully it's not something, hopefully it's just a mistake and it gets it reinstated. But I'm telling you, from what a little bit of research I did, whenever you see that terminated, usually it is not good from that point on. Like a downhill battle. Chancoin, yes. No, actually no. The new G miner, even though it says, let me double check here just to make sure, because they might have came out with a newer version. SimpleMining is usually all over this as far as new miners and stuff. Okay, so yeah, they're still at 2.06. They had to go back to CUDA 9.2, or they went to CUDA 9.2. I think it has something to do with the libraries for KAWPOW, I think. I don't know if that might not be true. But I know down here they didn't specify that. See how it doesn't say CUDA 9.2 down here, but it does up here. Anyway, so even though it says right here, it's got a check mark next to RX, if you were to assign a group that's using Gminer to an AMD rig, it's not going to work. It's going to tell you that it's not supported, or that algorithm, well, and I'm specifically talking about trying to mine KAWPOW. it will tell you that that algorithm is not supported by the miner, even though, you know, it looks like it is in the list, but it's not. So you have to use, at this point, as far as I know, you have to use NB Miner. Now I think that there was some TT Miner, I think, might have already upgraded to allow KAWPOW, but I don't know if, or to work with KAWPOW. I don't even know if that's, I think that's, it might be in here, I don't know. I don't ever use it. Okay, so let's see here. I don't see it listed here, and I'm not that familiar with TT Miner as far as the versions, like when this came out, but it looks like they do not support KAWPOW just yet. See, right here was whenever they fixed it for Gminer. I don't see anything. Here's NB Miner here, and that works with NVIDIA and AMD, but nothing before that. Yeah, I don't see any TT Miner updates or anything like that. So I would imagine that right now you're stuck with Gminer on NVIDIA and NB Miner on AMD or NVIDIA. I haven't tried NB Miner on NVIDIA at all. Hey, what's up, Nefarious? Anybody have any questions on how to get this up and running, like how to get an address? We kind of covered that last night. We went through the where to get the correct testnet, because you have to use a specific version. You can't just go and grab the wallet off of their website. You can't do that. That's not going to work on the KAWPOW testnet. So you have to get it from the nightly downloads and stuff like that. So, oh, Brandon Coin's not going live? Yeah, I don't think I'll keep going. I gotta keep my streams shorter. Yeah, but yeah, Red Panda and Nefarious is in here. Shuby, you haven't really, I don't think you've really been involved in the whole Veta mining rig frame build off that we've got going on. Apparently, we now have potentially, I guess, I don't know how this is going to work, but potentially there is Voscoin, Bitsby Trippin, Red Panda, and a whole host of others that are going to do a Veta mining rig frame, a 6 GPU, like one of the older ones, mining rig frame build to see who can build it faster, like right out of the box. There's no prepping. You can't like cut the box open or nothing. You got to leave the little white straps on it and everything. It's got to be right out of the box. And I can't even remember the stream that I was in, but I just randomly mentioned it. I was like, hey, who wants to see if I can put a Veta frame together in 15 minutes or less? And it started this thing where now it's like this huge competition. I think Nefarious was he's donating, I think it's an ETH, like a full ETH. I don't know if it's Nefarious or not. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm a little bit behind on the everything, but man, we got to get some rules together, because yeah, we can't have any cheaters out there. You know, we got to do this right. It should be pretty fun though. I would imagine that we'll do it on something like Zoom, and all stream it on our individual channels. And what I was thinking was, what we could do, you know, we could have obviously live stream it, that's going to be really cool. But I think that we need to involve the viewers in some way, right? We got to think of a way to involve the viewers other than just chatting and stuff. Like maybe some type of a vote or something, like for the rules or something. We need to involve the viewers somehow. Okay, so Discord or Google Hangouts. I'm not a fan of Zoom. I've done a lot of looking into their whole privacy issues and stuff like that. I would not be happy about having to use Zoom, but I mean it would work, I guess. But I don't like their privacy issues. So I've never used Discord or Google Hangouts as far as the videos go. Yeah, I think you're right, Red Panda. I think it would be really cool is if each contestant had their own stream going, and then that way, you know, the viewers could pick which one they were wanting to focus on, because obviously your video will be bigger than the other ones, right? Depending on how we set it up, of course. Yeah, it'll be. I guess we would have to all be in at least the same Discord meeting so that we could time it, because you know we gotta all start at the same time and all that stuff, you know. I guess that's not that important to start at the same time because it'll be timed in the live stream, so you'll know who wins, right? So yeah, Crypto Mikkel, yeah, that's right. The Zoom, even if you uninstalled it, it left enough of the software there to for a nefarious actor to still get in and turn your camera on and stuff. So it's kind of crazy. Yeah, I don't want to use Zoom, but it might be the way to go. I really don't want to use it. Maybe I could somehow run it in a sandbox or something. I think that they will get it squared away, because right now I can't even imagine how much they're scrambling to make things work, to keep things working, because everybody's distance learning and they're all using it. All these companies just all of a sudden started using it. You know, I think wasn't their stock? Isn't it? Is it a publicly traded company? I don't even know. I'm in crypto, guys. I'm not in stocks. I used to be, but not now. Yeah, see, they're still going up. If this is the right, I would assume that this is the right one. Yeah, wow, 23%. And for a stock, like on the stock exchange, that's a huge pump for one day. That's almost like a crypto pump. Okay, so Google Meet might be another way. I think that there's some YouTubers that use Google Meet, I believe, for their interviews and stuff like that. So that might actually work. she's not live. I thought she was going to be live. Maybe it's already done. That's how I had the wrong one. Zoom. What's the ticker? Never mind. Here we go. Alright, yeah, I had the wrong one. My bad, my bad. Yeah, see, that's how little I knew about it. But I did see something come across that they were doing pretty well after the whole quarantine things going on here. Yeah, they were down to 70 whenever everything started. Pretty much whenever everything started. Pretty easy little double up there. Mad. Yeah, I brought up the wrong. It's like, no, it's good. It's good. Yeah, I don't know what that other one was I was looking at. Red Panda. I think so. It has a, if your GoPro Hero 4 has a HDMI out, and I'm sure it's probably clean out, and you would have to have a capture card though, I believe, or like one of those cam links from Elgato or whatever they are. I think you'd have to have something like that. So you said Brandon Coin's not going live? Uh-oh. What happened? Oh, wow.
Holy smokes, look at this. It is pouring. I'm live. Hey! Oh my goodness. Anyway, guys and gals, tonight's live stream is going to be canceled. I don't have internet, and I still actually have power, but I don't have internet. So.
Wow, that's pretty hard rain right there. Wow. All right, well, it is after 10. I am going to call it right there. I don't know anybody else that's going live or anything. I don't know. I need to get this rig back on conceal and get off of KAWPOW because it's killing it. Too much power. I need to make sure that everything's going to be good to get it back over on conceal. So, all right, I will see you guys. What's today? Wednesday? Tomorrow's Thursday. I'll see you guys tomorrow night. And did I stop perfectly on his face? Nice. Yeah, I hate whenever people are like showing a video of mine or anybody else's and they stop on some like weird, crazy face. You know? It's always funny. All right, yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. I will see you guys tomorrow night. Thanks for tuning in. Go ahead and smash that like button and all that stuff. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. I know I've been doing a lot of KAWPOW content. Normally, I'm one of those hyper-focused kind of people, so normally whenever I get on something, I kind of stay on it. I do try to throw in some other stuff, like today I was doing the tweets and the news and stuff going on. And, you know, so I was trying to, you know, try to keep it somewhat interesting, but KAWPOW could be what we really need for Ravencoin community as far as GPU miners, and I'm getting pretty excited about it, especially, you know, it's getting closer and closer. So all this testing is great. BBT Carter's doing a great job over there. SerpentX Special Forces, Red Panda's doing, I think he's doing some, Red Panda, are you doing KAWPOW stuff? I think so. Did I see a video of yours that was KAWPOW? There's so much. There's so much. So yeah. All this testing and stuff, hopefully it'll help the community out, get the settings out there, get what's important out there, so that we can make this transition and hopefully be profitable in Ravencoin again. So I will see you guys tomorrow night. Thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Stay savage, everybody.